Do you believe in coincidences? Or could it be that God is trying to speak to you in ways you haven't noticed yet? What if a simple moment in a coffee shop or a stranger on a park bench was actually a divine appointment? This is the journey of Maya Thompson, a woman who stopped believing, but is about to discover that God never stopped believing in her. Stay with me until the end, because this message might be yours too. Chapter 1. Maya dismisses faith. The cafe buzzed with life. Wooden tables, vintage posters, sun streaming through large windows. Conversations danced through the air like music. In a quiet corner, Maya Thompson sat with her laptop, skepticism written across her face as she glanced across the room. Her green eyes narrowed. A faint smirk tugged at her lips as she rolled her eyes. Another overheard story about God. Just a table away, an elderly woman spoke with passion, her hands animated, voice full of conviction. Maya watched her through flickering candlelight and coffee steam, her heart unmoved. Yet she kept listening. The woman's hands clasped tightly on the table. Her belief wasn't just spoken, it was lived. Maya turned her head slightly, a flicker of softness in her eyes. Something in the woman's sincerity made her pause. She tapped the edge of her laptop, her curiosity now louder than her disbelief. The cafe hummed around her. The woman's voice rose, sincere and unwavering. Maya's laptop blinked with a half-finished document, forgotten in the stillness of that moment. Outside, the chaos of life carried on. Cars honked, pedestrians passed, but inside, time had slowed. Her eyes locked on the woman. Doubt remained, but so did interest. The elderly woman ended her message with a warm smile, her hands raised gently as if blessing the air. Maya remained seated. The cafe moved on, but something in her had shifted, even if slightly. From her eyes, the woman looked almost radiant, framed by soft blur and bright purpose. Maya didn't believe, but she wasn't dismissing anymore. Chapter 2. The First Encounter. The city park was calm, green, full of life. Children laughed, shadows danced, and peace whispered in the wind. Maya Thompson walked the path alone, her heart heavy, thoughts louder than birdsong. From her view, the sunlight blinked through leaves. Her hands swayed gently, and on a bench ahead, a man. James sat hunched forward. His clothes were worn, his beard unkempt, and his soul seemed burdened. His eyes, though, held oceans of pain. Blue, deep, still. Maya stopped, unsure why. Something about him called her, not with words, but with presence. She stepped closer, leaves rustling gently beneath her feet. James looked up. Their eyes met. The silence between them wasn't empty. It was sacred. She sat beside him. Not too close, just near enough to listen. Her fingers rested calmly, her breath matching the wind's rhythm. James spoke, his voice fragile. He didn't talk about God, but Maya heard him anyway. She listened, truly listened, not to convert, just to understand. From afar, they looked small, two strangers, but in heaven's view, something big was beginning. His hand rested on his knee, strength hidden beneath weariness. She stood to leave, pausing, looking at him one last time, not with pity, but with wonder. James watched her go. For the first time in a long while, his shoulders lifted. Maya walked away into sunlight, unaware that her journey had truly begun. She didn't find God that day, but she found the road. God's message for you today. Even when you doubt, I am walking beside you. Even in your silence, I am speaking. I place that moment in your path, not to preach at you, but to awaken something within you. The journey back to me begins with one look, one word, one moment of stillness. And I will use strangers, cafes, and broken benches to speak love into your heart. Bible verse for you. You will seek me and find me when you search for me with all your heart. Jeremiah 29:13. Weekly Journey with Maya Thompson. Join us every week as we follow Maya Thompson's journey through doubt, discovery, and divine encounters. Each chapter is inspired by a powerful message from God, backed by Scripture, and created to ignite hope in your heart. Next week's chapter, The Single Mother's Struggle. Maya meets a voice from her past with a message she can't ignore. Don't miss what God has to say. Next, subscribe to this channel to stay connected. Share this message with someone who might be questioning faith. Leave a comment. Have you ever felt God speak in an unexpected place? Let's walk this path together, because God's not done writing your story yet.